Weight loss secrets revealed. One of the secrets of successful weight loss is eating a healthy diet low in fat and calories. Right. In addition, in this article you will learn other secrets that will help you to lose weight, without affecting your health. For example, drink water and lose weight. Water is a key part of any weight loss program. Water will help the body with, suppresses appetite, assists the body in metabolizing stored fat, reduces fat deposits in the body, reduces sodium buildup in the body, helps to maintain proper muscle tone, rids the body of waste and toxins, etc. Drink a minimum of 64 ounces per day, 2 quarts. Drink an additional 8 ounces per day for every 25 pounds overweight. It is better to drink the water cold. Drink clean water, bottled or filtered. Every time that you are hungry, drink 1 or 2 glasses of water. Weight loss testimonial. Drinking water, I lost a total of 156 pounds and reduced 14 pant sizes. The number one secret to keeping off weight. You have proven everything, from restricted foods, balanced diets, narcotics, supplements, strenuous exercises. But it doesn't care what you make, your overweight returns again. It is because you don't know the secret number one to stay off weight. Which is the secret? The secret is to maintain the energy balance. Your energy balance is simply the balance between how many calories your body absorbs and burns. Absorb more calories than you burn, and you gain weight. How to gain or to lose 1 pound of weight. If you eat 3,500 calories more than those that you burn, you gain 1 pound of weight. Reciprocally, if you burn 3,500 calories more than what you ingest, you lose 1 pound of weight. 10 medically proven ways to lose weight. Try top 10 scientifically proven tips. Way 1. Journaling. Writing down your daily food intake is a way to acknowledge the importance of your weight loss mission and help you to take it seriously. Tracking your food, your emotional triggers, and daily physical activity helps you identify patterns and habits that lead to overeating and inactivity. Way 2. Daily exercise. Get moving. Exercise burns calories and suppresses the appetite. The National Academy of Sciences recently set new recommendations of 60 minutes of exercise per day, up from 30. But don't panic. Only 30 minutes per day needs to be vigorous activity. Use other activities of daily living to add up to the remaining 30 minutes. Way 3. Kick up the calcium. Recent research by Zemel and his colleagues at the University of Tennessee has shown that consuming 3 servings a day of calcium-rich dairy foods can speed up weight loss by 50% to 70% while strengthening bones and preventing osteoporosis. It's a no-brainer. How can you argue with eating yogurt, cheese, and milk, all really healthy foods, if you choose low-fat versions, while enhancing weight loss, boosting weight and slowing the effects of aging? Aging expert reveals secrets to losing weight. My research has shown that the chief therapeutic intervention to prevent weight gain, regardless of age, is the anti-inflammatory diet, says Dr. Perricone in his latest bestseller, The Perricone Weight Loss Diet. Follow these tips to stabilize blood sugar and insulin, maintain precious muscle mass and stay thin for life. Eat cold water fish, such as wild salmon, sardines, etc. However, salmon is a fat burner, muscle builder, wrinkle eraser, skin saver, depression lifting, brain booster. Take fish oil capsules. If you don't eat fish or want to increase the weight loss benefits of the omega-3 fatty acids found in cold water fish, take high-quality fish oil capsules. Avoid stress. Stress causes the release of the hormone cortisol. Excess cortisol increases appetite and promotes storage of fat in the abdominal area. Eliminate food cravings. Just 1/2 teaspoon of the amino acid glutamine taken at meals 3 times per day will stop the constant cravings for sweets and high glycemic carbs. Laugh to lose weight. Laughter reduces stress hormones, strengthens the immune system, lowers blood pressure, acts as a muscle relaxant. Weight loss myths. Common misconceptions regarding weight loss. 1. Starches make you fat. Not true. Starchy foods such as potatoes, breads and pasta are the fastest burning foods you can eat. All are carbohydrates, which provide the body's main source of ready-to-use fuel. Nutritionists and dietitians recommend that the greatest share of our diet, 60%, be composed of this fuel. Only a tiny percentage of carbohydrates is ever converted to fat in the body. says Adam Drewnowski, Ph.D., Director of the Human Nutrition Program at the University of Michigan School of Public Health. 2. You need to cut calories drastically to lose weight, not really. When you cut back too hard on calories, the body goes into a conservation mode in which your metabolism switches to a slower pace. This actually decreases your ability to lose weight. To make sure your body keeps burning fat, experts advise that you drop your total caloric intake only a little while adjusting the fuel mix. According to one study, men who got 25% of their calories from fat, but ate as much as they wanted of other types of food, lost an average of a half pound per week. Right nutrition, wrong nutrition. Receive the right nutritious elements and avoid others. Know good food categories: fruits and olive oil, raw vegetables, cooked vegetables, grains and pasta, nuts and seeds, unrefined sugars, often brown. And wrong food categories: animal food, white flour, refined sugar, stimulants. 1. Animal foods. Animal foods are meat, milk, yogurt, cheese, bouillon, butter, fish, shellfish, eggs. E.g., if you want to lose weight quickly, it is a must to stay away from animal products. There are 2 reasons why you have to abstain from animal food if you want to slim down fast. The energy animal foods consists of proteins. Proteins take a longer time to digest and are burnt in a different, more cumbersome way than fruits and vegetables. Animal products contain a lot of fattening cholesterol, whereas fruits and vegetables do not contain any cholesterol. Sensible weight loss tips. Losing weight may not be effortless, but it doesn't have to be complicated. To achieve long-term results, it's best to avoid quick fix schemes and complex regimens. Focus instead on making modest changes to your life's daily routine. A balanced, healthy diet and sensible, regular exercise are the keys to maintaining your ideal weight. Here are some generally accepted guidelines for losing weight. Consult with your doctor, a dietitian, or other qualified health professional to determine your ideal healthy body weight. Eat smaller portions and choose from a variety of foods. Load up on foods naturally high in fiber. Fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. Limit portions of foods high in simple carbohydrates. Limit portions of foods high in fat. Dairy products like cheese, butter, and whole milk. Red meat, cakes and pastries. Exercise at least 3 times a week. Drinking 8 glasses of water a day is important to your health, your normal diet, and to help lose weight. Water is necessary for the metabolism of your stored fat. Try to work out as much as possible, but at your own pace. Obesity is a big problem in America and the world. Our life is filled with temptations, cheap food and laziness. Unless we force ourselves to do sports, most of us could live their lives without ever getting out of their chairs. We use elevators to get to our apartments or offices, and cars to get from point A to point B. Walking and running are considered a sport or a hobby and are no longer means to get to our destination. The results are evident: putting those extra pounds on or just obesity. In this article we will give some simple rules to follow that can help in losing those extra pounds and keeping your body healthier. A word of caution: the views expressed in this article are in no way scientific or facts, and the reader should observe caution when following them. The goal is to provide better understanding of why we grow fat and how the body can get rid of the extra pounds. Please consult with your physician before making any extreme changes to your diet or sport regime. So why do we add fat? The simple answer is that our body is genetically programmed to build energy reserves for bad times. Every day we consume energy, calories, and use energy. If we consume more than we use, the body will convert the extra energy to fat, which is the body's way of reserving this energy for times when it's needed. In the same manner, when we consume less energy than we use each day, the body will have to get the missing energy from its reserves by burning fat. In order to keep it simple, we have ignored one important fact: the body has a choice when getting that extra energy. It can either use fat or muscle mass. Our genetic program always prefers to reserve fat for the worst times, so if our body needs to get extra energy, it will always prefer using muscle mass than using fat. You might have noticed people that go on extreme diets and in return seem to lose their muscle mass but keep their fat on, mostly around the waistline. This is exactly the reason why. The only way to force the body to use fat instead of muscle mass is by using the muscles, and the way to use the muscles is to exercise. When we exercise and use our muscles, the body program will assume that the muscles are needed for our daily survival and thus cannot be compromised. In return, the body will not use muscle mass as energy. In fact, the opposite is true, the body will build extra muscle mass. In order to get the extra energy needed, the body will use fat. So to conclude our discussion so far, we can see that there are two facts we must understand. One is that the body builds fat when we consume more energy than we use, and uses fat or muscle mass when we consume less energy than we use. The other is that in order to make sure that body uses fat and not muscle mass for extra energy, we must exercise. Taking these two facts into account, you can see that any diet will consist of both exercising and making sure we consume less calories than we use. If we exercise but at the same time consume too many calories, the body will still have extra energy and will convert it to fat. It is also important to make sure that our body gets the right nutrition and not just the right amount of calories. Make sure that your diet includes vegetables, low-fat meats such as fish and poultry, and proteins from sources such as eggs and milk. Eat in moderation and use common sense. You do not need to read a book to know that deep-fried food is not good for you and that a chicken salad is better than a cheeseburger. Most of us can make a good judgment of what food is good for us, but many of us just choose to ignore that judgment. To conclude, in order to shed those extra pounds off and to keep a proportionate body and muscle mass, remember to exercise regularity, eat in moderation, and try to avoid the bad food, and most importantly, consume less calories than you use every day. Our metabolic rate determines the rate at which we burn up our food, and by increasing this rate, we can lose weight more quickly, easily, and safely. When we diet, by decreasing our calorie intake too drastically, we cause our metabolism to slow down, making it progressively more difficult for us to lose weight. Most diets fail, yet we continue to try one after another, always hoping that each new regime will provide the magic solution. If this sounds like your problem, there may be a simple answer. Let's look at why most diets fail, and how strength training, combined with a healthy food intake, can speed up your metabolism, making it easy for you to lose weight. By drastically cutting our food intake, our body's natural instinct is to switch to a starvation response. The fewer calories we consume, the more our bodies become efficient at using these calories, leading to slower weight loss. This was once a useful mechanism for our ancestors when food supplies were less predictable, but this vicious circle can make life almost impossible for the modern dieter. When the body is persistently kept short of calories, it breaks down muscle tissue to use as fuel. Our body, using water from our tissue cells, quickly washes this away, causing an instant reduction in weight through water loss. However, this weight loss will be short-lived, and will quickly be regained when we take in water, and the muscle we have lost will slow down our metabolism in the long term. The reason for this is that each pound of muscle requires a certain number of calories each day just to maintain it. Therefore, the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn even when you're doing nothing, even sleeping. If you lose muscle, then your daily calorie requirement becomes less. For example, imagine a dieter loses 10 pounds of muscle along with maybe 20 pounds of fat on a strict diet. Now suppose that each pound of muscle had been burning 50 calories a day. Together, those 10 pounds of muscle had been burning 500 calories a day. With this muscle tissue gone, the dieter must now consume 500 less calories a day in order to maintain that weight loss. However, of course, people do not stick to their diets forever, and when they return to their old eating habits, the weight that they have lost invariably comes piling back on. Unfortunately, whilst they lost both muscle and fat during the diet, all the weight they regained was fat. So, even though they may weigh the same as they did when they started, they now have a lot more fat and a lot less muscle than they did before the diet. Therefore, their metabolism is slower and their calorie requirements are less. Even if they return to their pre-diet eating habits, they still require 500 fewer calories a day due to the muscle loss. That's one reason dieters are prone to regaining all of the lost weight, and conversely sometimes even gain weight afterwards. A good solution is an active lifestyle that includes aerobic exercise, a good weight training program, and a healthy diet containing fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grain cereals, and plenty of lean protein. It is a good idea to eat little and often, keeping your metabolism in high gear by eating 4 to 6 small meals a day, rather than 1 or 2 larger ones. No food is forbidden, but sweets and high-fat junk food are eaten less often, and in smaller quantities. A healthy diet is a realistic and permanent way of eating, not a diet that you suffer through for a week or two and then give up. The goal is to consume as many calories as you can, while still losing body fat and maintaining or adding lean muscle at the same time. If your calories are already below normal, don't restrict them further. Instead, maintain your current amount and instead try to become stronger and more active, so you can gradually increase your calories to a normal healthy level. If your calorie intake is already in a healthy range, decrease it only slightly, if necessary. A small reduction of about 250 calories a day, or 10 to 15% less than usual, is more likely to protect your lean muscle, and less likely to trigger a go slow in your metabolism. If you follow this type of routine, it's possible to gain about 1 pound of muscle per week and lose about 1 pound of fat per week. The end result is that the number on the scale might not move much at all, it may even go up. Your clothes will feel looser, and you'll feel great. Yet the numbers on the scale won't move. It's at this point that a lot of people give up the weight training because they don't understand what's happening. The truth is that when you're strength training, it's possible to get smaller and heavier at the same time, as muscle is a much denser tissue than fat. The fat takes up more space on your body. At this point, it's best to ignore the bathroom scales and rely on the way you look and the way your clothes fit. The conventional way of dieting can lead to a weak, tired body, exhausted by the constant cycle of starvation and weight gain, unable to enjoy food. However, by following these easy steps above, you can easily reach your goal, the slim, strong, healthy body of a naturally lean person who can enjoy their food without guilt, for life. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and for more ways on how to lose weight, check out the link in the description.